Brooksaw Antiques here. Today we have this 1967 Hermes 3000 vintage portable typewriter. I'm going to show you how to use the functions and make sure they all work. You've seen the rest and now you will see the best. This is the best of the best when it comes to typewriters. Absolutely a pleasure to type on. So up top we have the adjustable paper guide. This helps you guide the page straight. I'm going to line that up with the edge of the platen, which is a main roller that feeds the paper. And this is the paper support arm that flips up from the back like that. And it feeds in very smooth all the way through the paper bale. Don't even have to lift it. Two rollers on the front that are adjustable. And the paper bale has a scale and an indicator for your margins. So we're going to go ahead and set the margins. This left one is pretty good, but if you wanted it closer to the middle, you set your cursor where you want it, and then you push this lever, this silver lever, forward, and it will automatically send that margin to the spot that you're at. So if you want it closer to the edge, you just hold that forward and push the carriage to where you want it, and it'll set there. And as you can see, the red will show exactly where that left margin is. And the same concept for the right side. If you could see the red, that's where the margin is. Really cool. So we're going to set that to be at the end of the page. I'm holding the carriage release with one finger and that silver lever with the other finger and pushing the margin all the way to the end. This is the carriage release and this is the margin setter. Not sure the exact word. It's usually called a magic margin on certain other typewriters. All right, so now we're going to select what color we want. We have a black and red ribbon, and right now we have it on the blue shade. So that blue shade means that we're going to print the top portion of the ribbon. When we have it on the yellow shade, it's going to print the middle of the ribbon, and when we have it all the way up, it's going to print the bottom portion of the ribbon. So for now, we're going to leave it on the blue for black ink, top portion of the ribbon. Once you hear the bell, you're at the end of the margin. You hit this line space, get you back to the beginning. It skips 1 or 2 spaces. Right now we have it on single, but if you want double, you flip this 2 spaces. If you flip it 1 space, it does 1.5. If you do 2, it does 2 when you turn that line space. We're going to keep that on single for now and finish typing. As you can see, all the keys type nice and none of them skip or stick. I'll type a sentence in red on the next line and switch from black to red. I'm going to flip that switch all the way up to the red to print the bottom portion of the ribbon. Just an absolute... the only word I can think of when I'm typing on this is just euphoria. I do this every day. I got a different machine every single day, at least one different machine, and this is by far the best of the best. To pull the page out easy, there's a switch on the right side here. You just flip that forward and it unlocks the rollers underneath the platen, allowing you to pull the page out easy or load thicker paper like carbon copy or cardstock. Make sure you flip that back before you load the next page or else it won't load correctly. I'm going to put the paper support arm back. And so this, when you have it on the yellow, it prints both black and red ink. So it looks like that second line there. It's got like a mix of the two. Pretty cool. I'm going to put that back down to the blue shade so it prints the top portion of the ribbon. Got a backspace on the top left. Looks good. Shift on each side and the shift lock on the left. To clear that, just hit the shift button again. And then the rest of the functions are on top here. So right now, for the tab, we're going to do the tab. Right now, we got 2 tabs set, and I'm going to clear one of those by hitting tab clear, which is that next button. And then we're going to tab clear that one. And it's got a pretty good amount of pull. So we're going to set one right here by hitting tab set. And we're just going to leave one there just so it doesn't go slamming all the way to the end, causing wear and tear. And you can set as many tabs as you want on this model. And you got an all clear too, so if you hit that, it's going to clear all the tabs. We're just going to leave it the way it is. Actually, I'll just show it just for So you clear tab all, now it goes all the way to the end. Tab set, stops at that tab. And margin release is next to that, so we're going to go all the way to the end of the margin, and it locks the keys. It won't print unless you hit that margin release, and it will go all the way to the end. That works good. I'm going to pop this hood off. The touch controls right here on the left, so the farther down you go, the less tension when you hit the keys. The farther up you go, the more tension. They do respond faster, but you got to hit them harder to print. And open this hood. It's got hooks in the front here, and this is metal. Everything's metal except for the keys and the side panels and the knobs. So very sturdy, well-designed typewriter. The best of the best, like I keep saying. I just can't believe how awesome this typewriter is. So all the brand new ribbons loaded on the left side, so it's pulling to the right, and if you want to switch a direction, you just move this holder here to the back, and it'll pull to the left. So for now, we're going to keep it pulling to the right. Let's see. It's got a ribbon reverse on its own. Whatever side's filled up the most is going to pull to the opposite side. Kind of got a mind of its own, just like a lot of other typewriters are the same. So this hooks in from the front first like this, and pops in like that. Nice and tight. And this is the one design flaw that people complain about, are the knobs break easy. This one's in good shape. It's got a little bit of crackage in it, but it's gonna last. As long as you don't bang that, it'll last for a while. I will be designing these and 3D printing replicas of this. So if you need knobs, keep an eye out, and I'll have those listed probably by next week. And so this is the margin set, and this is the carriage release. And if you move this lever all the way back, it'll disable the spacing so you can get an exact spot on the page. You move that forward, and you get just one space, and each one of the clicks is a half a space. And that's it. Now available on eBay or Etsy. Search Brooksaw Antiques.